You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, we are back to recording. Okay, so we're back to slaying the princess again.
Huh. We're back to being a prisoner.
Yes. So let's do something a little different.
Oh no. Okay. This one for Detour. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Vive la revolution!
That's the spirit.
Woo!
Oh, Beckett!
You make your way up
Yay!
the short path to the cabin. You'll find
Frenchie,
the
I
princess
hope you're
within.
watching. We're
Don't
embracing
ignore
this for
him.
you.
He doesn't know what he's
Crap.
talking about.
Sorry, guys. We missed a spot.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
No, you could choke them, starve them to death.
Yeah.
Well,
Arson.
no. We can't starve her to death because she's been down
The
here
door
for
to
God
the
knows how
basement
long.
creaks open,
With no
revealing
food.
a staircase faintly illuminated
You don't know
by
how
an
long she's been
unseen
down here.
light in the
Could have been
room
like a
below.
day.
That's true.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, when you're the only one down here, I guess you are in charge.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
We'll play ball this time.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
So
She's
obviously, if you want to keep
coldly
a princess
beautiful.
chained up, you chain her around
Is
the
she
neck.
really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
My question here is, there's another chain there. How did she get her other arm out?
I've been wondering that since the first go around as well.
Unless there was no chain there to begin with connecting to her arm. It was just a broken chain.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh!
Then drop the knife.
Go!
Nuh-uh!
It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
We're gonna follow Detour and we'll tighten
You
our
ignore
grip.
the trembling in your
That
hands.
really is a lovely
and
pair of
tighten
breasts.
your grip on the blade.
There's a shortage of those, you know.
Oh lord.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
No, this is
You
attraction.
step forward. Your grip on the
I've
blade
gone
tightening
the
as you
entire
steel
other
your
way.
resolve.
I've got a Dommy Mommy princess right in front of me.
Oh no, here we go.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Not necessarily.
I mean, throwing a knife is fairly easy.
Mm-hmm.
Until she catches it and throws it
you
back.
should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I don't understand the sense of urgency if she's still chained up.
Yeah. And she's very calm.
Yep, she's in control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say she and you are most likely both prisoners in this loop. Slay the princess, see what happens.
Okay, let's slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job!
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do
They're
our
like
friend in
super balls.
herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
But wait, if the bleeding's internal, that's where the blood's supposed to be.
You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No.
Nope.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, so we're back to chapter 2 again.
It's a different chapter.
You're
too,
on a
yeah,
path
Yeah.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cat. You're here to slay her.
Yeah. I already
I
slew
can
it.
assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and
Well,
the two of
apparently
us
we
are
do.
meeting.
Are
for
you
the
sure
very
about that?
first
Have you ever died before, narrator?
If
Have
he
you ever
doesn't remember what
tried?
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's proceed to the cabin. We've already had this argument with him.
Yeah, that's true. And we've already tried to leave, and he's made a point to
warning
show.
before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You keep saying that.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Okay, let's get in the cabin.
I think we should talk to her. And don't bring the knife this time.
Okay.
Because the knife
The
is
cabin
what
is
she
tighter
uses
than
Whoa,
its
to kill.
exterior
whoa,
would
this
suggest.
is different.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Huh.
I mean, you did hesitate that first time. Just don't say anything and just go straight for the kill.
The
true.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Should have.
No, approach the mirror.
I want to see what the mirror does.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay.
Enter the
Interesting.
basement without the knife. The knife is what she used to kill us last time. We have fucking claws!
No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win. As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Okay. This is getting interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, it's fierce now.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time.
No.
Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good.
You know,
Sounds
in your
like my
first
kind
run,
of princess.
I
if
mean,
you
she
left the
was
knife upstairs, you could probably walk back up to get it when you're looking for the key, and they would have locked you in.
I can try that.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
You can do two things.
You can.
Could
As
I
you
lay
descend the
fight?
final
Whoa!
step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Mommy!
Oh, hold
A
on.
large shackle
Oh,
leading
God.
from
Let's
her wrist
reconsider
to the
murdering people
basement
now.
wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Huh.
But no little knife this time, huh?
Oh, I got a big knife
No.
for you.
I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
You look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
All right, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you sure?
He
Are
might
you
not.
okay?
He might be a prisoner here too.
You might be.
We might
Of course
all
I'm
be
not
prisoners here.
okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Who says it's parallel?
Who says? Yeah.
What if it's the same universe being rewritten every time?
Okay.
Remain silent.
I'm going to take that silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost
No, I'm
importance and
gonna try and sleep with
seriousness.
the mommy.
Of course you are.
I'm so glad that we're
She's
finally
hot.
all on the
Of
same
course.
page.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's unpack some things.
I don't want to fight the demon lady.
What is
Maybe
there to unpack?
another kind of competition.
I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay. Do we want to go ahead and wail on her? Or do we want to go get the blade?
Wait, what's the down one? Oh, the giant demon lady. What's up at the top again?
So you do remember?
So you do remember me.
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Let's go
Are you just going to
barehanded
let her
this time.
talk to us like that? We're not scared. I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego.
Are you sure?
I agree.
Yeah.
If we're going to fight her, we need a weapon.
No, we're going barehanded.
I guess we'll have to
Oh,
see
we're
how
good.
this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess. Quit the pessimism, will you? Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon. We'll be fine. Just watch. You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Overconfidence.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack.
Oh.
The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die. Are you serious? That's it? That's it. Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up. Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Some people would like to say otherwise.
Necromancy's a thing.
Get up.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're not dead anymore. Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
No, you definitely killed me.
Got better.
Maybe this will be a good fight after all.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark, again. And you die, again.
Are you sure?
You got better.
What I'm going to say.
You know what I'm
We're
gonna
not
say.
Dead. Yeah, we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going. We're bound to wear her down eventually. Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now? There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out. Get up!
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
Somehow.
She
How
looks
are you still
worried.
moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
Oh man, we're scaring the demon.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before?
We have not.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible. Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
You didn't even get a hit in.
No.
Everything goes dark and we die.
I like the stubborn. I'd take him out for a beer.
I'm gonna pause for a second.
Yes,
Just to,
something like that.
hold on. It
Bring
down a
down the
little.
music volume a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm having trouble hearing Detour.
Now imagine if we had a knife.
A knife? No, I like
Knife.
this. Getting hands-on with the princess. We're seeing a side of her that we would not have gotten to see if we had the knife.
That is true.
Well, don't you have something to say? Yeah, I quit.
What?
We broke the stubborn.